I almost got UCSB beating Creighton. I wish that happened, but unfortunately it didn't. I did get Ohio over Virginia. I did get Abilene Christian over Texas. I did get Syracuse over West Virginia. I got Oral Roberts over Florida yesterday. And then that was it. I didn't get Oregon State. I thought Oklahoma would win that one. I didn't get Loyola, and I did not get Oral Roberts over Ohio State. That's what I've gotten right. How'd you guys do? That's my question. Crap. I did have Creighton I did have Ohio upsetting Creighton. I really did. I don't know why. I just thought, Ohio looks like they're kind of on fire right now. Thought they beat them. But I have now dropped to, let's see this, 23 and 21. Still a winning bracket. That's what I'm looking for, really. I'm just looking for a winning bracket, not like anything, not anything too flashy or special. I'm not going to get a perfect bracket. There's no way. But you know what? Back to the college coaches thing. Brad Stevens is just not going to leave Boston. I mean, I don't know what Indiana's looking for, but I just don't think, even if they are looking for a Brad Stevens, they're just not going to get him because, again, he's in too good of a spot right now. He may not be having a good year now, but he's done a great job with Boston. And when you're coaching Boston, you do whatever you can to keep that job. You don't just back out of it because your hometown offered you a job. I know it's appealing, like the whole hometown thing, that's appealing, but it just doesn't make sense to do it. So, I wanted to talk about the MVP race, and I think I've said this. The MVP race is always heats up once LeBron gets in there. Let's give you an example. 2017 was a hot MVP race. But that was not because LeBron was in there. That was because Westbrook averaged a triple-double. Harden was also sensational. And Kawhi was great on both ends. It was a very... It was a very close MVP race, and I think the right person won in Westbrook. I was glad that happened. Especially since he was the only one in the last 10 years to not be a 1 or 2 seed and still an MVP, but it's always normally hot, the MVP discussion is a lot more popular when LeBron's in it, and that's because we don't want him to win. We know he should. Well, sometimes we know he should. Either we know he should, or we know it's a possibility. Like, we know he might. But even if he might, we're looking to stop him. So, that's why MVP has picked up this year. But don't write the Lakers off immediately. I mean, it is unfortunate how many injuries we got. Steph's out. KD's out. Who else is out? Steph, KD, AD's out. Bron's out. It's a little... I don't like that how many injuries are happening right now, but despite all of these injuries, the MVP race can still be wide open. LeBron became a slight Vegas favorite after Embiid's injury, but now it's wide open. But, in the NFL, it feels like every week we were talking about the MVP this year, my bad. Is it Brady? He's taking the Bucks, making them a lot better. Is it Mahomes? He's got the Chiefs at 14-2. Well, actually 14-1. Is it Rodgers? He's leading the league in touchdowns. Best quarterback rating in the league. Best completion percentage in the league. He's leading them to 13-3 again. You know, like, we don't know who it is ever. So, right now in the NBA, we have to look at it like, okay, LeBron and Embiid. I don't think Embiid's... I said this a couple... I don't remember when I said it, but it was like maybe... I think it was a month ago. A little over a month ago, yeah. I said Embiid is probably not going to get it at the end of the day because of how many games he's going to miss. I said he's probably going to eventually miss a lot of games, you know, or enough games to not compete with LeBron. LeBron, I don't know how much he's going to miss. I hope he doesn't become, you know, what happened in 2019 where he has to be out for 6 months, but he comes back in 2 months and everything's destroyed for the Lakers. But I think this might be good for LeBron. I mean, if you look at the bright side, LeBron could bolster his MVP case while he's out because how bad will the Lakers be without him? Like, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm not a Lakers fan, though. I'm a Cavs. I stuck with the Cavs. I mean, I'm glad I did, but I'm also not glad I did at all because I think they won on like they won yesterday. That's nice. They beat the Raptors. Nice. All right. I know Colin Sexton went off 36 points. They've actually not been terrible this year. They had a hot start. That was like the best couple of days of my life. Let's see. Yeah, 3-2. Yeah, then we started falling off. After that 3-0 start, I was so hyped up. I was like, let's go. The shock of the year. Nope. The shock of the year is the Knicks are the last team I wanted to see succeed. But as a LeBron fan, I'm kind of hoping, because I don't care about the Lakers. If the Lakers don't win the finals, I won't care. But if LeBron doesn't win MVP, I kind of will care. So, honestly, I'm this might be good for him, you know? If the Lakers, imagine that, because LeBron's been criticized because, he's 11-7 without AD. That's an average record. He's not great without him. He's decent. Okay. Let's see what the Lakers are. Because I think AD might come back before LeBron, which is unfortunate. But let's see what AD is without LeBron, and let's see what the Lakers do. You know, he could show his value with them losing. But, you know, honestly, regular season MVP is not as valuable as finals MVP. Remember when Karl Malone and Charles Barkley won MVP? Who won the finals? Michael Jordan. Last year, Giannis won MVP. Who won the finals? LeBron. Uh, 2018, Harden won the MVP, but it was clear that Harden was given the MVP because he was he was the best player on the number 1 seed. LeBron was clearly more valuable than Harden was. That's not even a debate. LeBron had way more value to that 2018 Cavs team than Harden did to that. But that leads me to my next point. Like, it's normally the best player on the 1 seed. Problem is, it's going to be the Jazz and the Nets as the 1 seed. Or maybe the Bucks slip in there. Maybe the Suns. That would be awesome. But, so the Jazz don't really have an MVP candidate there. They have Rudy Gobert, who might be the defensive player of the year. It's him and Ben Simmons right now. LeBron should be there too, because Lakers are the number 1 defense in the league by a mile. Like, if you see the difference between them, the difference between the Lakers and the second best defense is a bigger difference than the second best defense and the 10th best. Like, it's not even close. And he's doing that without AD, who's supposed to be our defensive anchor. So, but LeBron, he shouldn't win. He shouldn't win the Defensive Player of the Year. He should be considered for it, though. But you know, the Jazz, they don't have an MVP candidate on their team. The Nets do, but Harden only played half a season, really. You know, so I mean, who does that leave? Jokic, Giannis, and Lillard. I mean, but wouldn't it be upsetting that we keep giving the MVP to a guy that's not getting past the conference finals in Giannis? You know, I like Lillard a lot. Jokic and Lillard, but they're like the 4 and 5 seed. So I just don't know if any of these are good enough to give. I don't know if their records are good enough. And I mean, I think they should. I said this about Steph, Although I don't think Steph should be considered for it unless the Warriors are in the playoffs, which they aren't right now. But it would be annoying because it would contradict the voting style. It's always been, LeBron didn't win enough games. So, if you give it to Jokic or Lillard, I love Jokic and Lillard. I think they're great. But they're the 5th and 6th seed. So why does that make them the MVP? But it's all being brought up because of LeBron. So I saw a suggestion. I think it was Daryl Morey who said something. 3-pointers changing into 2.5-pointers. I don't understand why we would do that, really, because think about the announcers. Like, you can't hear someone saying, Lillard for a 2.5-pointer. Or Steph with a 2.5-er. That doesn't make sense. And what would be the hand gesture for a 2.5-pointer? Like, you just throw up 3 fingers, if you hit a 3. But what do you do with a 2.5? You do. Do you do 2? Maybe it's 2 fingers and a thumb. That's what you do for a 2.5-er. And I love how Daryl Morey, when he was with the Rockets, he didn't care about this because they were just great at threes. Then he goes to Philly with Ben Simmons, and now he's like, devalue the 3. And I mean, Ben Simmons is getting a lot better from 3, and Simmons is getting, Embiid can knock down a couple. So, I've always wondered whether or not you can widen the court a bit. Because, it's tough to, on that corner, it feels a little tight. Especially with people with big feet. Like Shaq, what were his size feet? I don't even know. But what I really would like to see, what I like seeing in the NBA right now is it's movement. It's exciting to see ball moving a lot. I used to love baseball, but now I just like it because it's not exciting, especially in the announcers. Even on a home run, they're like, that's a home run. That, you gotta at least have some excitement for a home run. I watched a lot of the Yankees games last year. I'm so mad that he got all those injuries. We could have been so much better. But there were some really exciting games. I think Judge hit a 3-run homer to win it in the bottom of the 9th once. And there was no excitement. There was hardly any excitement. There was some, but it wasn't as much as there should have been. It's alright, that's a 97. Foul ball. Home run. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. It's so calm, it shouldn't be that calm. It gets a little boring. You gotta be excited at some point, So I brought up Lillard. I like him. He's my second favorite player behind LeBron. Literally my second favorite. He's so close. I like him a lot. I think he's great. I like him more than Sexton, and I love Sexton too. I think he's very talented. I think he's kind of, his talent might go to waste with the Cavs. He's shooting 40% from 3. He is shooting 50% from the field. He has 24 points a game. He's got to start passing the ball a little more. I mean, we can't ask a 6'1" point guard to rebound a lot, but we could ask him to pass at least. I like Darius Garland. too. He's shooting 40% from 3 as well. 16 points a game. 6 assists